Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Hall again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Hill. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. To throw is Hill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tony Gonzalez, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Straight ahead is Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
To throw is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the left side and caught by Hester. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Hester from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Peterson.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Here's Hill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Flushed out right. Fights loose. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now Hill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Hill. That'll be caught by Hester. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Peterson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Hill now to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Dancing to his left. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
They run over center with Peterson.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A play fake to Peterson. Now Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Hill. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hill. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Kevontae Turpin.
43 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw it back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From the gun, Jackson. Rolling to his right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's Hill now after the interception.
Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Hill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. From the gun, here's Hill. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Max Crosby in there to drop him for a loss on the play. From the gun on third, Hill. And that is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So a big play there on fourth, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A pretty typical Emmitt Smith carry right there, Charles. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down.
You would think we would know better having watched him through his entire career. But let's be honest, you thought that was going to be about a 2-yard run, didn't you? I mean, I did. I know I did. And he always turns it into more typical, and he keeps his offense on track.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Operating from the gun, Hill. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A shotgun snap for Hill. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Gonzalez. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Smith fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good pickup there, a 22. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Jackson. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
To throw is Hill. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
They'll run with Hall.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll give to Hall. And he stopped immediately there.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Hester, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Elijah Cansey in on the stop.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Hill. Flush to his right. Able to avoid him at the 40.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Hill. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll try the air now with Hill. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Hill looks to throw, escapes the sack, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are able to build on on to their fourth quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Oh, he's got Hester complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
He gets it to Johnston.
And they do finally get him at the 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson now. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Throwing, Jackson. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here's Jackson.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Jackson.
And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for